A dusty back road where the tumbleweeds roll. There's a wandering soul with stories to unfold. With his worn-out boots and his raggedy hat, Zach's got a YouTube channel sharing tales like that. He's a modern-day troubadour, a poet of the streets, wandering through small towns where life's rhythm beats from the hills of Tennessee to a Georgia bar shack. Zach finds the heart and soul that the world may often lack. Small town America is where the stories reside. Zach's searching for the magic in every nook and every side. With his camera in hand and a song in his heart, he's bridging the distances, bringing us closer with his art.
Get in the truck, small town America.
Thank you there, Barry Corbin, bringing us in on a Thursday. Hey, get in the truck with us. Thank you, Small Town America, for joining us. Man, I can't thank you enough. We're on this Foolin' Around tour, and we are just having a great time. And we thank you, all of you fans that are now getting in the truck with us, liking, subscribing, leaving comments. We just keep growing and going, and I can't thank you enough for liking and sharing and being a part of Small Town America. Like I said, we're on this Foolin' Around tour, and we are having a blast. In fact, talking about Barry Corbin, we're going to be hanging out with him this Saturday at the Doss Heritage Museum. If you haven't got your tickets, go over to experienceweatherford.com. And grab your tickets, hang out with us. Barry's going to be there doing the evening with Barry Corbin. You can go to barrycorbin.com and look at where he's going to be. But this Saturday, starting around 6 o'clock, I think the door's open. We're going to be hanging out there. And if you haven't experienced the Doss Museum, Heritage Museum, I really want to encourage you to come down to Parker County, come down to Weatherford, and go and check out that museum. It actually, this whole event and their whole deal is preserving our heritage, what we do here at Small Town America. It's an amazing little museum. Captures all of our Western heritage, Western way of life through the cattle drives, stagecoaches. They actually have a new project that they're working on, where they're going out to collect historical log cabins around Parker County and Tarrant County. They're finding these log cabins. They're documenting them. They're grabbing the history of them. And then they're taking them down and restoring them and building a little log cabin village over here. And I just really want to encourage everyone to come out on Saturday and be a part of it. In fact, let's just let Barry invite you.
Hi, yo. I'm Barry Corbin. Please join us for a true Texas good time right here in Weatherford on April 12th. That's a Saturday at the Doss Heritage and Cultural Center. I'm so excited to bring my show to a place that's so deeply rooted in Western heritage and the Western way of life. We sure hope you'll join us for a fun and memorable evening. Now, tickets are going fast, so you can get yours at experienceweatherford.com.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. If you haven't spent some time with Barry Corbin, it's amazing. It's just laid back, relaxed. He talks about his career. He talks about his life, shares some stories, hangs out, and does pictures and autographs. And it's just a fun night. So I encourage you to go over there, experienceweatherford.com, grab your tickets, and come hang out with us. We're going to be there having a blast. We're doing our Foolin' Around tour, like I said. We were down in Glen Rose this past weekend for Midget Power Rodeo. And, the great thing about that is this is a group from Mexico, and this is what I love about the sport of rodeo. It doesn't matter where you're from. They were from Mexico, so there was a little bit of a language problem there. but everybody understood what was going on. The show was amazing. This group just was showing how they could cowboy up no matter the size, with bullfights, riding, roping, monster trucks. It's a really great show. So if you ever have a chance to go over and catch the Midget Power Rodeo, I encourage you to go and check them out. It was a fun night. And then, we also got to hang around down in Glen Rose. Amazing faith and family community, a community coming together. In fact, we ran in, there was a cool little place as we were headed down into Glen Rose. They had little Shilohs built out and it looked real cool and it caught my eye. And then after the show, we came back by. It's Massey's BBQ. We pulled in there it was 7:56 when we pulled into the parking lot, walked up to the door, and it says they close at 8 p.m. Stuck my head in the door, said, "Hey, is the kitchen closed? Are you open? Or is everything done?" And Todd was there, the owner, and he said, "Come on in. Let me go to the back and see what's going on." He went back there. They'd already cut the fryers off, but they still had loaded baked potatoes and tons of barbecue. And we whipped up loaded baked potatoes and chopped barbecue. And, some of these franchise places, when I go and have some barbecue, it's kind of greasy and it's, this was great smoked brisket. It was awesome. The sandwich was awesome. Todd and them were awesome. And it was just an amazing family faith. This is right on the door. Family faith and barbecue was right on the door. And just hanging out there and talking with Todd and all of that. In fact, I had to do a little interview with him. And I really encourage you. There's 3 locations. There's one out in Alvarado. So if you're out in the Alvarado and Johnson County area, Alvarado, Cleburne, and then his new location over here in Glen Rose, they do live entertainment. In fact, let's see what Todd has to say.
Hey there, Small Town America. We're out here doing the Fuller Around Tour. Happen to be out in Glen Rose, right here at closing time. But Todd, you left the door open for us.
Well, we couldn't find the key, Zach. Otherwise it'd have been locked.
I know, and there was still barbecue on
there was a little bit for y'all.
Man, I appreciate
Zach,
that.
Thank y'all for coming in.
Yeah, well, I saw it out there. Not only is it kind of unique, you had the little Shilohs.
Yes, sir.
And that's kind of a big thing that's going on right now with people converting those. I've never seen it done on the restaurant. How's that working out for you?
It's really good because it's a marketing tool that when people drive by, they're doing this, looking, and because most of the time they're making houses out on people, renting them out, but we turned it into restaurants.
Well, it caught my eye, and that's why we pulled in here, and then I saw family, faith, and barbecue.
Amen.
That's what you stand for right here.
And that's what we do here. It's all about these kids. If you look around the walls, Zach, you'll see all these kids coloring deals. And this one, the school bus that came in, it was just kids that come in. It helps entertain while they're waiting on the food.
Right.
And then what's so special now is that when the kids come back, either with grandparents or parents, they are running in the door and find their picture. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, they're still up.
And see all of that.
Yes,
Sweet.
sir.
And then I saw that you got some live music. What all do you do here at Massey's besides barbecue?
Well, a lot of entertainment, family stuff. In fact, right over here, like this weekend, next Saturday, April 12th, Alan Jackson Tribute Band. We've had Kyle Park out here, the real Kyle Park. He's not old enough to have the tribute band yet. And Ben McPherson, Steve Helms, they've all been out here. We've had King George Strait Tribute Band. They've been out here. Elvis, Craig Parker's been here. But everything we do is out here. Family reserved seats. We got ZZ Top coming. Jessica's out here. This young man right here, Shane Brooks from Granbury, he's a pastor. But can he sing? He brings some 80s country, and the man is amazing. You just got to come out and see what we do here, because we love producing of music, family entertainment. Stonewater Church here is on Wednesday night here in Granbury, in Glen Rose. Monday night's bingo. We're licensed through the state. Play for cash.
Right there.
Yes, sir. You might win enough money to do whatever. But something every night's going on here
Right.
at Massey's
Right,
Barbecue.
and the barbecue is actually really, really good. I really do appreciate you staying open and letting us grab one of them chopped beef sandwiches.
Well, I couldn't find that key.
It's
If I'd have found that key and saw y'all walking up, I'd have locked it.
Where can people
No.
go? Where can people go if they want to stay up with your events that you got going on? Find out what you have going on right here.
Yes, sir. Massey's Barbecue on the Facebook page. You also go to Instagram and TikTok, and you can find us all there. We
All the
post
socials.
all the time. But follow us for all of our music and everything else we do here at Massey's Barbecue in Glen Rose. Also, Elvis is coming back May 30th in our Alvarado store.
All right, hey guys, Massey's Barbecue, faith, family, and barbecue. Go check them out.
Yeah, so I really encourage you to go out and check on, I mean, just your community, the people out there. Support these guys that are doing the stuff for the family and keeping family entertainment out and going, and also staying with the faith. And a lot of times we forget about that. That there are so many local business, especially right now, all the politics and everything going on in the world. Just shop local. Help out our farmers, our ranchers, and our guys that are local. And then also go over and grab Prayers for the Nation. Take the pledge. There's other books that are out there. You can go over to smalltown-america.org and click over there, and that can get you your hands on those. And we are having such a great time on this Foolin' Around tour. So go check those guys out. They have Alan Jackson. We're going to be over at Barry Corbin here in Weatherford. There's other things going on this weekend. What's going on Saturday? Let me look on my list of stuff right here. Hey, Cowboy Bunny, our friends over at Peacock's Feed, going to be doing it. They're going to have Cowboy Bunny on the track, so show up over there. Lots of great vendors. Kick off the morning, get your Easter pictures done with the Cowboy Bunny. That's happening on Saturday. Also, who else is it we got going out there doing stuff? JC's Quick Mart. Our friends over there. Jerry and Chantel, they do an amazing job, and they want to give out to the community. They're going to be doing a crawfish boil. That's kicking off this weekend on Saturday also. So go, get a chance, go by and take a look at what they're doing. They appreciate the community. Another local faith family business that we want to share some things out. And then another great deal when we're talking about faith and family and preserving our heritage and our history, the Malt Shop right over here off of Fort Worth Highway. I actually got a chance to swing in there, talk with David Hart, the new owner, who this is one of those historical buildings. This building was built in 1958, and the owner had just had enough, was going to get out of the business, threw it out there on Facebook that if anybody was interested in purchasing it, and David Hart stepped up to the plate and has been working along with everybody in the community. This is an amazing deal to see all of the community here in Parker County come together to help preserve our history and our heritage of the Malt Shop and what they're doing over there. I stopped in, and here's a little interview I had with David when we stopped in the other day. All right, hey there, Small Town America. We're all about protecting our history, preserving our heritage, and today we made ourselves all the way down here to the Malt Shop. David Hart taking on a mission here to preserve some heritage and help the community out. What was the ambition behind this?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, originally it was just a cheeseburger. It turned into so much more, right? It's the history behind it, and it's the stories that you hear across town, and the grandparents that ate here, the first dates underneath the canopy on the sides over here, they back their trucks up, and man, those are just things. There's some, right? Who's supposed to talk about some things you just can't recreate in life and replace.
Right. And you're local. You're from the Parker County area.
Yes, sir. My whole life.
Did you grow up under that canopy also?
I did.
Right. So when you heard that it was going out of business, they were selling it and getting rid of it, you just had to step up to the plate.
Oh my God! I think it was a race to see how quick I could get on Facebook and send a message to the owner at the time, right? Because I knew something like that being on the community page was probably going to go further quickly. So.
Right. And so this place, it opened in 1958.
Yes, sir.
You jumped on it. You were how many owners now?
We're on the fifth. My understanding is a fifth owner. Yes, sir.
And pretty much everything here. So when you took it over, is originally from 1958.
Man, I'll tell you what, I think there's a lot of stuff here that's from 58 for sure. The cooler, I believe the grill, a lot of the aspects, a lot of the natural decor in there. Yes,
Right.
sir.
So what was the biggest challenge? I know you had the asphalt put in. That helped a lot with the parking issues.
Yes, sir.
Then you've added this fencing around, gives a little bit safer area there for the kids to come out. But what's been the biggest challenge of taking over and trying to restore a lot of this?
I'm gonna tell you, the 50s pricing in 2025 was kind of a hard feat. You know, some technology upgrades on the inside for efficiency. So we did go digital. We're not doing handwritten checks anymore. We only had one register when we started, and you know, given the support that we've got, that's been quite overwhelming, which has been great. We've opened up a second register so we can get customers in and out a little bit quicker. So we want them to have the 50s diner feel, but we don't want to wait for 1950s time to get their burgers out.
Right. Well, and also, because this is built in 1958, and so you're coming back in here and you're restoring a lot of that, but you're still the original malt. You don't change. You don't change the malt.
Yeah, there's no change in the recipes. There's no way change in the way that we do things, other in the efficiency standpoint. But outside of that, what's made the malt shop successful all these years is what we've kept on board. We're not here to change any of that.
Right. But you're also looking. What are the developments? I noticed you've been clearing off some areas over here and all of that.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a little bit in on the secret. So back on the back.
Yeah, so I want you to go over there. We're actually going to release later on this afternoon over on our YouTube channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to Small Town America on YouTube over there, so you never miss an episode of the adventures that we're doing. There's going to actually be a little documentary piece on the malt shop and everything that they're doing over there. That David and the community really, say it's David, but it really is the community coming together and preserving this 1958 malt shop, a classic malt shop. They've added, a new parking lot, which in fact, if you're looking for something to do on Sunday, they're going to be doing the car show out at the malt shop. So go over to their Facebook page, like, share, and follow them there. So you see all the prices and specials that they have going. They're adding new stuff to the menu. And it's just amazing to see the community of Parker County come together and support one another and help these small businesses keep going and growing. And we thank you here for helping us keep growing and going. And, if you'll go over to smalltown-america.org, click on that little flyer that says help preserve our heritage. And that's going to show you ways that you can help give with the fuel of gas, or if you want to sponsor one of our shows and some of the events that we have coming up. All of it goes to just going back out and showcasing our next generation, preserving our heritage, and just being a part of a community, Small Town America, all over. Doesn't matter if you're here in Texas, or we have so many fans coming on from all over the United States and in the world, also Mexico, Brazil. All you fans that listen over there, thank you so much for being a part of it, and just fooling around with us on this tour. We're getting ready to take the ride tour with the PBRs coming to town next month in the month of May. And we're going to be all over the PBR action, for the qualifiers to the redemption rounds, all the way up to the World Championship that's going on at AT&T Stadium, along with the Kid Rock, Hood County Stampede. It's going to be a month of rodeo action, and I hope that you're a part of it. You'll get in the truck where we do all that bucking stuff, and we're going to be having a fun time doing that. In fact, our friends over at Capernaum Studios is going to help us out in the month of May, but they also have, and I think it's kicking off this weekend, they're doing their Crimson live interactive experience. And if you hadn't had a chance to be a part of the Capernaum Studios, is where The Chosen got its start. So if you are fans of The Chosen and you want to see the actual village and everything where The Chosen got started, schedule a trip to go out there and see Capernaum Studios, but then also come and experience some of their live experiences that they have going. In fact, I'm going to play this little cut with some interviews on there. They're getting ready to do that. I think it kicks off this Saturday, and then the 18th and 19th is the other Crimson show.
He almost touched my foot, and every part of me just wanted to bend down and hold him.
The actors do such a great job of making you feel like you're really there.
The whole experience was awesome. It just touches you.
inside in a way that you can't possibly comprehend.
Yeah, that is a truly impactful show. Live interaction mixed with video, a lot of history. I think they're doing the Seder experience where you can actually catch the elements of the Seder meal. Just a lot of stuff going on for Resurrection Sunday that's coming up, and I encourage you to look around in the community. If you don't have a church home to go to, there are several around the Parker County, certainly around your area, that will be doing Good Friday services and all that. And I encourage you to go and be a part of it and take a part of it. A lot of people have been asking where we are with our Rite of Faith documentary, the documentary of the Jeff Tackett story that we did. It is out at the film festivals right now. So we've got it out there, allowing some of the people in the industry to take a look at it, put it in the film festivals, get some feedback back on it. But I'll play you a little bit of the trailer for those that y'all haven't. And I encourage you, go check out Wise County Cowboy Church, the 8 Seconds to Bull Riding. In fact, they have some Easter services going on and some Easter bull riding that's going on over there every Sunday, 2:30. At Wise County Cowboy Church, 8 Seconds to Glory bull riding. So go over there and check that out. I think they have a couple of bull riding clinics coming up for the kids. So go check them out. Also, make sure that you go over and follow Scott Mendez in the Western Harvest Ministries over there. He does live every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. You want to make sure that you're taking the riding on the course. Like Facebook, YouTube, he's on all the social medias on every Sunday at 11 a.m. Let's take a look at our trailer for Rite of Faith.
Just this past October, Dr. Joe Timms passed away and went to heaven, and we actually laid him to rest the very day, 35 years to the day that he laid his hands across my chest. And I remember being at his memorial service and his funeral service, and it was so moving to me, especially when I heard someone say, Dr. Timms didn't just spend his life, he invested his life. And that moved me so greatly, because I was sitting there thinking, I'm one of those people that he invested his life in, that he took the time to care enough about me, to pray for me, and believe God that God could spare my life and that God could use my life. And so it was just so moving to me that 35 years to the very day that he prayed for me, we were celebrating him going to heaven to be with Jesus. And I hope that I can be like him and not just spend my life. Everybody spends their life, but I want to invest my life like he did, invest my life in people's lives.
So we only have one physical body, and every bull that we get on is one less bull that we'll get on in our career. You may have heard that said before. So what I would like to do is make sure to counsel you young riders that may see this documentary to know the importance of slowing down, riding bulls that are at your level, and working on your fundamentals, because the only difference between slowing it down at a high school, amateur, semi-pro level is that the bulls get bigger, stronger, quicker, but you're still using those same fundamentals. And so again, it goes back to your heart. Are you teachable, or do you know everything? Are you around the right kind of instructors? You know, it's really hard to be around a lot of guys that believe in the party scene or have attitudes of pride. Their heart is not right. And so what you have to do is you have to look a little harder or a little longer to find the right person that you can receive from. And in this video, we've definitely talked about the importance of, number one, honoring and receiving from God, believing in faith that God will give you and align you with those people that can help you to grow both in the natural, the rodeo skills, but also in the spiritual, or at least at minimum, a good role.
I actually rode in the very first PBR there ever was in Fort Worth. And I got my arm stepped on, rode the bull like 7 seconds. He jerked the rope out of my hand, then went like that, and he stepped on my arm with his back foot. I landed on the ground. It's on video. It's on the Facebook stuff. It's Sammy Andrews bull, number 37 was his number. But, have y'all ever heard of a guy named Tough Heaterman? Yes, sir. I got in an argument with him over that bull, over insurance of that bull stepping on my arm. And I told him that night at Fort Worth, the very first PBR, I told him, I don't care, you can just keep your old bull riding association. I don't need you. And then I went my way and they went their way, and that was about $1 million mistake. Anyway, all the rest of the people that I know were there millionaires. Like they bought it and then sold it.
Yeah, so there we are. We've got that. That is out, like I said, going around to all the film festivals right now. And we're getting some feedback and all of that. And hopefully later on in this year, we will let you know how you can be able to see the full documentary. We get it out on Amazon or we get it into distribution. And then Joe Wimberly is all in there. Make sure you go over and follow him on Facebook, as he's doing some bull riding schools and some training tips and stuff for the kids. It's a great guy to follow and all of that. So again, too, I want to encourage you, go over to smalltown-america.org, click on one of those book covers, take the pledge, Prayers for the Nation. They're available on Amazon right now. That helps us out. Also, we're getting ready in the Foolin' Around tour. Oh, don't forget here, Ag Gear. Guys, girls, ladies, everybody, go over and check out Ag Gear, clothing that works as hard as you do. I'm telling you, these are those dry fit button-up shirts, still in classic print. They've got the stockyard out there. They have the hay baler. Then they have some of the pants that are out there, men's and ladies. Go over and check them out. Get the Stars and Stripes hat. And use Small Town 15 at checkout. Get you a 15% discount when you go over there. Check out Ag Gear. You probably see a lot of the ads popping up. We'll go over there, use Small Town 15. That goes back to helping us here at Small Town America. And we thank those guys over at Ag Gear for getting in the truck with us and being a part of Small Town America under that one. Again, too, I want to remind everybody, Cowboy Bunny's on the tracks over at Peacock's Feed Saturday morning. Make sure you go out there and see that. Then if you got time, swing on over to JC's Quick Mark. Going to be doing a customer appreciation day there. If you like crawfish, doing a crawfish pull over there. And then we're going to be over with Barry Corbin at the Dawes Heritage Museum starting at 6 o'clock. That's where we're going to be. You got, you heard there that Massey's has got, the Alan Jackson tribute bands out there at the Massey's. And I really do encourage you, if you are in Alvarado, Cleburne, or in Glen Rose, stop by. You're looking for great barbecue, family fun, entertainment, then Massey's Barbecue is the place you want to be. Also, if you're looking for the best malt and burgers, you want to go swing by the Malt Shop. Car show's going on Sunday. You go over there and check them out. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, as that's going to come out later on this afternoon, the Malt Shop episode on our YouTube channel. We're getting ready, like I said, for the Take the Ride. Go over to Crimson Experience is going on over at Capernaum Studios. Telling you, we're just fooling around and having a great time, and we're glad that you're getting in the truck with us and being a part of it. So we'll be out fooling around all this week and having a blast. And then we're getting ready to go for the Take the Ride tour all the month of May with a PBR, Kid Rock, Hood County Stand, and we're going to be rodeoing and taking rides everywhere. So get in the truck with us, like, share, subscribe, and be a part of Small Town America. Going to try to get y'all out of here. We're at the 30-minute mark. That's ready to kick off the weekend and get ready to go. Guys, thank y'all. Get in the truck, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, share it. Get in the truck. Till next time.